Thank you for joining us for this second half hour of Local 3 News at 4. I'm Cindy Sexton.
And I'm Greg Glover in for David Carroll. Early voting has begun across the Channel 3 viewing area. It appears record numbers of people are heading to polls this election cycle.
The National Panhellenic Council of Chattanooga is hosting an event to encourage voter participation. Cornelia Nicholson has more on Stroll to the Polls.
If you're looking to cast your ballot like these residents behind me, but you don't want to hit the polls alone, the NPHC, also known as the Divine Nine, will be strolling to the polls to help you make sure that your voice is heard this election cycle. The National Panhellenic Council of Chattanooga is all of the 9 historically black fraternities and sororities that date back to 1906. Reginald Smith, the president of the council, says there's so much more than just college fraternities. This election cycle, they're coming together to encourage voter participation.
Nationally, there's a big push to make sure that our community is both educated about the processes in the various different jurisdictions in which people vote, as well as, being aware of their rights and pushing people to execute our right as American citizens to actually vote.
The NPHC is inviting community members to line up at Brainerd High School on Saturday, October 26 at 9:30 a.m. and stroll to the polls together at 10 a.m.
Between early voting and on the election day, there are teams of churches, there are teams of individuals, there are members of all of our respective fraternities and sororities who are lending a hand to actually get people to the polls.
In Hamilton County, more than 8,800 people voted on the first day of early voting. That includes absentee ballots. Now that's up 10% from the previous record day 1 turnout in 2020. Smith says they want people to know that their vote does count.
We like to say things like we can be a movement by ourselves, but we're a force when we're together. Well, those votes do add up.
Smith says it's important to educate people on their individual rights and how voting actually works.
But also to encourage people to go out there, voice their opinion at the ballot box and vote for the people who they feel best represent them.
He says it's more than just casting a ballot. It's about standing in solidarity and making an impact for the future of our city, state, and country. If you need to know what to bring when you head to the polls, you can find that information over on our website. In Chattanooga, Cornelia Nicholson, Local 3 News.